Excuse me.
Hey, welcome to the podcast. We're going to be talking about everything that's new in video games, movies, and music. We're going to get going. Are you ready? Do you need a cigarette? Do you need a beer?
Uh.
Yeah. All right, let's crack this open. All right, so first we're going to talk about Game Boy Advance. Is it still relevant? Nobody knows.
It's ever been.
Yeah. I mean, they're coming out with all these types of custom Game Boys to play cartridges. I got one.
I remember when that shit came out, and I looked at that Game Boy Advance, and I was like, "Damn, bro, this shit is a piece of shit."
And then what? Did you change your mind?
I have changed my mind on the Game Boy Advance, my man. I'm talking about Flight of the Falcon, bro.
Flight of the Falcon, one of the worst Star Wars games of all time.
So good.
It was 3D though.
It was actually pretty good.
For $5, it's good. You can get that cheap on eBay.
That game showcases why, like, what's it called? Game Boy Advance is like so good. Is because like when you play you just pop it in. Like that game is so fucking retarded.
Yeah, but the way I play games now, I just like pop a cartridge in, play for like 5 minutes, pop another cartridge in. Like a lot of people are making those custom cartridges with the flash cards going in them, and you can get like every Game Boy game ever made. It's kind of worth it. You can even trade Pokemon with the custom cartridge. You can load Pokemon special Pokemons. You can load like hacks, I'm pretty sure that way. So all right.
And then you keep playing the Flight of the Falcon. Game actually opens up quite a bit.
What I don't get with Flight of the Falcon is why you weren't flying the Falcon the whole time. There was like an X-wing in there, and then there was the second Death Star, right? We all know the Falcon takes out the second Death Star, but you're playing as the X-wing. You're playing as the X-wing, and it's like,
It's like
yeah,
half
that's Wedge, right?
riding what? An X-wing?
Yeah,
Or-
it must.
I know that.
Yeah, did you know Wedge hooks up with an alien in the future, according to the books?
I did not. What is it? I mean, like, this guy's got to have, like, an outside of work life.
Yeah, he was like, see, I was reading the book and I'm trying to picture this alien. Turns out I look her up. She's just kind of like a blue person. She's kind of just blue.
Like, from fucking Mass Effect.
But
What
she,
are they?
yeah, she looks like an Asari. I think that's what they're called. But I think it's Asari or something like that.
No,
Uh,
I'm pretty sure you're right.
But what do you call it? Yeah, she's an alien, and they get it on.
I mean, like, a big fucking question in Star Wars is, like, does Obi-Wan ever get it on?
Does he ever really get it on? Yeah. In the shitty clothes.
You want to know, man. Like, it's not a big part of it. They were like, well, come on.
Well, he has a girlfriend in the cartoon.
In the Clone Wars,
Yeah, he gets a girl there, but he doesn't really do anything. He's
maybe more important to fans right now listening. It's like, does Gandalf get it on? Like, come on, guy, come on, that dude got it on.
Gandalf. You're gonna okay. Gandalf and Galadriel definitely had something going on.
I mean, come on.
I mean, read between the lines. But yeah, Gandalf and Galadriel. Galadriel is way older than him though. She's like She's probably like 5,000, and Gandalf's like 1,000. It's something like that.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that relationship. That sounds pretty. That smells like Gandalf. Yeah,
Yeah.
and like I get that. This is fucking.
Yeah, I read the Silmarillion recently, and the Silmarillion says that Galadriel was there for like the beginning. You know, she's been around.
And then Gandalf meets her how?
Because they're the Guardians of Middle Earth. The Guardians of Middle Earth are Gandalf, Elrond, Galadriel, Saruman, and Gandalf. I don't know, something like that.
Like after the meeting, it's like, oh hey, I liked how you fucking talked about fucking what happened.
Yeah. So
Number one's mine.
the next topic is right now is we're gonna talk about the Flash movie. Neither of us have seen it. Neither of us have seen it.
Damn, bro, I can't believe you haven't seen that.
Yeah, I saw part. I saw the beginning, and then I kind of got the feeling. It wasn't good, and then I saved it for later. So I'm gonna get to it. But Superman and all that, Batman.
Oh, like what you said.
Yeah, I got a feeling it's not good.
You saw the beginning and you walked out.
No, I didn't go to the theater. I got it on Max. I got it on Max. Yeah, you know about Max?
And then you're watching it and you're like, alright, that's enough of this. That's how you walked away?
No, I'm gonna watch it. It's just I've been very distracted, but something tells me it's not good.
So the only thing I've seen the trailer like once of the Flash movie. I was so excited to see it. They have the old actor who plays Batman in it.
Michael Keaton.
So like we're talking about like multiverse travel.
Definitely.
It's cool.
Yeah. I heard that the ideas brought up in it are really good ideas. I don't know. I mean, the one review I heard was like Tom Cruise loved it, and I was like, well, Tom Cruise. I was like, of all people to recommend a movie, I mean, he's made so many movies, you think he would know, but then later on, I heard it wasn't good. All right, so if you could get any Game Boy Advance game, right?
Like for real, like so Flash movie. Staying on topic is I haven't seen a DC movie. Literally, I haven't seen one since Ben Affleck played Batman in Marvel versus I'm sorry, Superman versus Batman.
Marvel versus Capcom.
What?
Keep going.
And at the end,
He's dead.
they killed him at the end. I was like, that was, and then they introduced Supergirl, obviously known as Wonder Woman, and I was like, that's, man, they really tried to like cram a lot into that one movie.
Yeah, well, have you seen the Justice League director's cut, the extended version?
I didn't see that. I didn't even like. Who the hell has ever seen the Justice League in the regular form rather than the director's cut? Obviously, the director's cut's gonna be better. And as a hero movie fan, like I know, like you can't fit everything, so the director's cut is like Lord of the Rings extended cut, where it's like, dude, you haven't seen it yet, until you watch this.
Yeah, the director's cut of Justice League is like 4 hours long, and it's way better. Like, it's just way more action packed, I guess. There's a lot to it.
This, so DC followed up Batman vs Superman with Justice League.
Yeah.
It sounds right. Like I want to see that movie still.
Yeah, I mean,
I would watch.
yeah, there's something going on with the DC cinematic universe. We need to see. Right now, they're working on Blue Beetle.
No, they're rushing everything, but I mean, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as they call it, like sucks so bad right now. Like you want to talk about rush? They did it.
Yeah, I think they're falling off for sure.
Dude, I haven't watched since the end of their Infinity Stone story
my
But,
yeah, my problem with the Marvel movies is Hulk is totally way too weak. Like they make Hulk look like a bitch.
yeah, man, like for real, me too. Like Hulk is one of the most iconic characters in Marvel, but they do him so bad.
Yeah.
That is bad. I mean, like that's a big problem for me too. Like I want to see like Hulk. You know, I think Hulk is like one of the most powerful superheroes like in like DC, Marvel, which are the only two that matter. But because like he has unlimited power, but he has to get mad, and like they totally nerfed it. I guess like they were like, and oh my god, man, like he doesn't want to get mad and all that stuff, but they rushed it, dude. Like they didn't have like the Hulk chaos era for like Batman equivalent.
Yeah. That's my big complaint is Hulk sucks and like who really cares about Ant-Man? Like who ever even heard of Ant-Man? And
Those are like one of the standouts for me. Like Ant-Man, like is fine as a movie, but I'm right. Like you're right, and whoever cared about Ant-Man, I never cared about you. Oh, he's big now. He's big.
yeah,
I
yeah.
thought he was small.
It's like with Deadpool got a lot of fanboys from the movies. A lot of people didn't know about Deadpool until the movies.
So I've never seen, like sat down and even watched 1 and 2 Deadpool, but I'm excited for Deadpool 3.
Yeah. I didn't get to see 2 sitting down, but I'm excited for 3. I mean, they're really good. I'm just saying that there's a lot of fake fans for Deadpool.
The only reason why I like the new Deadpool coming out, I probably wouldn't even look at it, is because, you know, Hugh Jackman, of course. Like, Wolverine, Deadpool versus Wolverine is so cool.
Yeah, Wolverine's got him. He's got him on brute strength.
But they're on the same team. Like, you know, like, that's like Spider-Man versus Wolverine. Like, Wolverine's such a good fucking anti-hero.
All right. So let's go to our first intermission. Let's get a little music. All right, we're gonna cut that short. We just got some breaking news. People are breaking news. All right, get on your hat. Apparently, the PlayOn Micro is going for $146.55. All right, so you heard it here first. The PlayOn Micro is pushing $150.
Sponsored content?
Yeah, they better pay us. So anyway, The PlayOn, I got that thing for $40 in the case and everything, because the guy posted on eBay. He posted all weird ass pictures, so it didn't look legit. So I took a chance on $40 and won the auction. So the PlayOn, turning your Game Boy Advance into an MP3 player and a video player, it's amazing. But the catch with it is that 2 gigabytes is the largest card you can use, the largest flash card, 2 gigs.
Not a lot of gigs.
Yeah, it's like I want to try and get Empire Strikes Back on there.
How many gigs is that?
How many gigs is Empire Strikes Back? Probably. Once you convert it, it needs to be MPEG 4 format. So once you convert it, it might be a smaller file. But I really want to test getting like a full length movie on there, and then what? Yeah.
Literally, it's like 3/4 of it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I have like episodes of TV shows like Assy McGee, but I don't have I just have like music, like a little playlist. So I haven't maxed out the storage, but 2 gigs just isn't enough.
I mean, I really don't know. Like, what do you get? 4 movies? Like, for real? Like,
Yeah, I really
but I
want.
hate a lot of music.
Yeah, I really want to find out how big a movie is that. But the thing is, you need like, since PlayOn is Japan only, Europe, America didn't get anything, and then Europe has something called like the Nintendo Media Player or some shit. I forget what the European version's called, but the PlayOn's Japan only, and it's fucking. It's hard to convert the files to MPEG 4 and like transfer them over. I have a converter. I just need to try it again. I think I might need to change the size of the video. The what do you call it? The dimensions of the video, in order to fit it on the screen. Yeah, it's tricky.
I mean, that is definitely a fucking big thing. Well, you got the movie, okay. And then, like, it's like, oh my god, I have to readjust my eyeballs.
I know. Yeah, it's definitely not the best way to watch, but one of my favorite cartridges is the Dragon Ball GT Game Boy Advance video. Dragon Ball G. Dragon Ball.
Game Boy Advance video is good. I don't think, like, yeah, dude, they totally, it's fine. Like, you don't fucking get eye strain from watching it. You just, like, accept the fact that it's not as quality as, like, if you were to watch it on anything else.
Yeah, I know. I know. Remember? Wait, but you can't do Game Boy Advance video on the Game Boy Player, right? To get it on the TV, you can't do that.
Sure, you don't do it yet, man. Like, they didn't want to see it on the big screen. That's true. That's why.
Yeah, it would be so choppy if it was. Remember, we got the PlayOn working on the.
What? Fucking idiots. They didn't want that, though. Well, remember what?
Remember, we got the Game Boy Advance video, or we got PlayOn to play Zoids on the big screen. I remember we were doing that.
Yeah. Dude, that was a way better quality than they were offering. That's why they just were like, no on the fucking Game Boy Advance.
Well, it was also the end of its life. So, okay, let's change the subject here. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Okay. What is the deal with Twitter turning into X? Does anybody hear about this? It's X now?
Elon Musk was like, I'm going to buy Twitter, right?
Yeah.
And then he was like, I'm not going to give you the money until you tell me how many bots that you know about.
Yeah, I remember this. Yeah.
And so, like, the deal went through, I guess. And then the company that was involved with whatever the fuck goes on, like, I guess Elon Musk bought it, and he wanted to rename it X, but, like, literally, like, a day later, they were like, you cannot name it X because of copyright. That's funny as fuck. It's like Elon Musk probably had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
And this is where we're at. This is where we're at. It was like Twitter is X, and Twitter is still Twitter because of copyright. And Elon Musk probably didn't even want to name it that. Like, but he definitely was involved in the earlier talks where it's like, I will buy it, but you tell me how many fucking bots, and that's like the more interesting story.
Yeah, and then he always wanted to make the app X, and then he did.
So like somebody else, it might have been him, but like, so Twitter and X, cause like, all right, you can't name it that today, but they went public too soon, and like, yeah, you could probably buy the word, the letter, but somebody else had the fucking copyright, I guess, of the letter X.
Yeah, and they cashed in too. They sold that domain name x.com. They cashed in.
Mr. X.
Yeah, Mr. X. That's exactly what it is. All the muck to rake. So let me ask you this. Do you think people who were on Twitter and then it got bought by Elon Musk and then they complained, right? And they said I don't want to be on Twitter or X now with Elon Musk. So a lot of people deleted their accounts.
Good. That's my opinion.
Get rid of them, right? That's how I feel.
It's not really a question, but it's like it's funny as fuck because like what was it? All the bots? The bots quit. Imagine. Bots. So it's like the mass exodus.
Hopefully I think they did do that. So
That's literally committing suicide for them, like the bots. So like, I respect them a little bit more.
all right. So we both play mobile games, and we're big fans of the new mobile gaming that's going on. I have a
game since like 22 or like for real. Like I haven't played a lot of mobile games recently.
Oh, okay. So, but all right. So, what do you think? The game I'm playing is Diablo Immortal. What do you think of Diablo?
I like Diablo, obviously, but to get at the root of what you're talking about, yeah, dude, the mobile games are really fucking impressive.
Yeah, they stepped it up.
Yeah, I would love to play a new. You could play Diablo 2 on your phone, no problem, probably right now.
Yeah, but, I mean, you can play like on certain phones. You can play like every Diablo, but I'm playing the phone version is called Diablo Immortal, and it's kind of like a dumbed down version, but it works great with my Backbone controller and everything. So, yeah. So, what do you think about?
I think like it's like amazing that you can play Knights of the Old Republic on mobile right now, like, and it's like better. Like,
Yeah, but Knights of the Old Republic, some of the things you need to touch the screen still. That's kind of annoying with the controller. You don't want, but if you're playing all touchscreen, it's pretty freaking. It's pretty streamlined. It's pretty legit. Let's cut to music. Let's cut to some music. So,
Yes.
what is?
Good song.
Yeah, thank you. What is the most obscure system you own?
That I own. I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know. I have no idea. Like, that's a good question. I really gotta think. What do you think is yours while I think?
All right. So my most obscure is my PSTV. I think you know.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
the
a good answer. It's a good answer. And I think my answer is gonna be very similar. I thought of it already.
Okay, so the PSTV is basically a PlayStation Vita that goes on your television, and
I
it's
know.
the tiniest. Yeah, but for the viewers, yeah. So, but for the it's the tiniest little box, and I took a picture of it one time, but it
Damn, bro. Like, that came out under the radar for real.
yeah they called it the PSTV, so nobody even knew it was a Vita. That was the problem. It was branding.
Yeah, man. Like they were thinking like something about TV.
Yeah, well,
Uh,
you know what's funny is you would think it would have like TV apps, but it didn't. It
right.
it
Exactly.
it like you can hack the shit out of it though and get like
On
YouTube and everything.
PlayStation. And like you do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, yeah, the cops will arrest you, but you'll have a dope fucking Vita.
I feel like the cops look the other way on in PlayStation now. Xbox, you got lawyers involved.
Okay.
PlayStation TV is very obscure. Like I like that. I like that answer. You know my answer is gonna be Game Boy Pocket.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, man. Like a lot of people like don't even realize because it's the exact same thing as the original Game Boy, but smaller, and it actually fits in your pocket. Like that's the point of portable gaming.
Yeah, the Game Boy Pocket was under the radar. I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I didn't get it. I was one of those people that already had a Game Boy, so I didn't get it. And then I waited for Game Boy Color to get a new one.
Game Boy Color is as portable as. The reason why I got the Game Boy Pocket is because I bought it. My grandpa bought it for me when Game Boy was already a thing. I didn't even know what a Game Boy Pocket was, and he bought it for me. And nobody knew that it was even a fucking thing because everybody already had Game Boy. Literally, all the cable action that I've ever had back in the day was regular Game Boy, and they were like, "What the hell?" It was so cool.
Did you hear about that analog pocket thing that came out? That new system?
No, what?
There's this company called Analog, and they do systems like redone systems. Like, do you know Hyperkin? Do you know that one?
No.
So these companies they make new hardware that plays the old cartridges, and they make it like super HD output and everything, you know. Um,
Mhm.
and so Analog is a big deal. They did like Super Nintendo, Genesis. They did a few, and so they because our systems from those years ago get demolished, so you buy a new system that runs it in HD, the cartridges. So they just came out with they came out recently with the Game Boy version called Analog Pocket, and it's like the highest resolution. It's 10 times resolution on the Game Boy. It's so precise. It's the best screen you could get. But it plays Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and then you could get attachments for like game. Yeah, you can get attachments.
No, dude, Game Boy, the library is so fucking thick. Like, I really fucking love the original, like, Ninja Turtle games on Game Boy. That is a good game. Like, there's good games on there. It's better than NES.
Yeah, it's all, but that's Ninja Turtles, man. Ninja Turtles games are always fire.
I mean, like, you ever play the original one on NES? It's like, yeah, it was actually an amazing talent, but, like, nobody could ever fucking, like, play that. Because it was so hard.
Yeah, I mean that's the old games, man. They were all super hard. Like Lion King is like the hardest game I ever played.
On
Not
Really?
not on Game Boy. Lion King was like Super Nintendo, I think.
Yeah, and Sega. That was yeah,
Mi-
like right around that time where like I don't think Lion King like goes into the same category as Ninja Turtles because Ninja Turtles had like I think Lion King was just difficult because nobody fucking tested the shit out of it. Like Ninja Turtles was just difficult because like they expected like more from fucking players. I swear to God, it's like the Mega Man legacy.
Oh, you want to get into Mega Man? All right. So Mega Man, how many games are they gonna do? How many? Huh?
When people made the games for Ninja Turtles and Mega Man, like, holy crap, they really thought that, like, the player was gonna be, like, a fucking ninja. Like, it's like, they really, really thought that they, like, damn, really, really thought. Because, I really don't know what the hell the Mega Man, company was thinking when they fucking made these games, dude. Nobody can play these games. They're so fucking hard. But like, it was possible and it was fun.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Mega Man. How many games are they gonna make without improving the graphics?
Well, they keep going on. Mega Man series is the most popular on the NES.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So after the Super Nintendo came out, they kept making Mega Man games on the NES. That's actually really interesting to me because I always thought that like game developers should do that today. Like, who cares that like the new one fucking dropped? Like, keep working on your games.
Yeah, I always wanted to get people made a custom Atari cartridges. I always wanted to get Halo on Atari. Somebody made a version of Halo.
Oh, it's hard.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Yeah,
That's so cool.
yeah, it looks pretty fucking awesome. Like you definitely know, you can definitely tell it's Atari, but you might not be able to tell it's Halo.
I mean, so Atari is like I never played Atari, but I've seen it on YouTube, and like it just looks like you had to have like way, way more imagination. That's what I'm talking about, like with Mega Man games. Like you really had to be into it, and like dude, it was so much fun. Like
Yeah, it's hardcore as fuck. But the real question is right now is if you were gonna get a new system right now, we're both retro, but if you were gonna get a new system, what would it be?
ouch, ouch, man. You hit me with like the question.
It's a question that demands an answer.
I would love to hear what you say first, but I'll tell you what I say first because, like, yeah, man, I wanted the new. I would buy a Nintendo Switch. I would buy that. And that's not retro. You said, like, what do you want?
No,
Retro.
no. I'm saying we're retro. We're probably not buying anything new. But if you could get any current gen system, what would it be?
I would buy the Nintendo Switch OLED. Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be the one. Yeah,
I would buy a Nintendo Switch Lite, dude. I don't give a fuck.
that's
Dude,
what that's what I'm saying. I would get the Switch Lite. I would get the blacked out one.
the games just look fun. Like, it looks like fun.
Yeah, it looks like what I'm doing with my phone games, but like way more options.
I would play even Smash Bros on the fucking Switch, but I wouldn't. I would tell everybody that like I'm joking. Which is a joke. But I would play it, dude. It looks really fun.
Dude, the newest Smash Brothers Ultimate, like the one player mode, whatever it's called, they have a different name. It's dude, it's so hardcore. It's just not even fun. It's so hardcore.
It's not as good as previous versions of Super Smash Bros.
It's like a 10-hour campaign of just fighting. It's ridiculous. All right. So let's change the subject. before we get to the break. Let's talk about Yu-Gi-Oh because this is your realm. This is yeah, this is your expertise. Now, what's going on in Yu-Gi-Oh? All right. No, because they just got the new Yu-Gi-Oh phone game called Master Duel or something like that, and I'm wondering like what cards am I missing out on?
It's not brand new. Like Master Duel came out definitely a year ago, more than that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I know it's not that new, but I'm saying what I want to talk about is the new cards, like the XYZs, the fusions. Like what is the trump card on there? You know, like
No, Yu-Gi-Oh is an evolving game. I like that you asked the question the way you did. So there hasn't been a new summoning mechanic, is what they call it in Yu-Gi-Oh, since Link Monsters, and that was actually like really long ago in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Um, but the game, so like Master Duels is a online game, and the physical card game still exists at your local comic shop, and they're different. Like that's something to talk about. Like you play Master Duels like all day, and you think like, all right, I'll just go into a fucking local comic book store and fucking play Yu-Gi-Oh. They might kick you out. They might kick you out. No, if you thought like that was how you play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duels, which is the same rules apply, but the main difference is the ban list. Like to cut to the core.
okay,
You can't use the same cards. Like you, the big one is Max C.
okay,
MAX dot C. Max C. So Max C has been like banned in regular tournament play forever, man. Like since Synchro Monsters came out, and that was like the first big change up to Yu-Gi-Oh summoning mechanics, because like in the past before Synchro, the fusion deck was called the fusion deck, and like it had no. It didn't have anything to do with it. You had one card in your deck that could like bring out a card from your fusion deck, and that was it. Now, after Synchros, they called the fusion deck the extra deck, and so Synchro, XYZ, Link Monsters, Pendulum Monsters. I don't know how Pendulum Monsters work, but Pendulum Monsters go in the extra deck as well.
yeah. I never got Pendulum. I never understood it.
Of the game, like it's more. You have to know more about the extra deck than your actual deck and all that. It's an evolving game.
But XYZ is like the craziest there is, right?
So XYZ is the second. Synchro Monsters came out, XYZ Monsters came out, and like to this day, for me, XYZ are the most accessible. But they're definitely the weakest, because maybe Link Monsters, because they don't interact with other cards like the normal cards do. Like XYZ Monster has a rank rather than a level, and it doesn't sound like a big deal, but but the thing about XYZ Monsters is they have effects that are like stupidly overpowered, but they need their overlay materials to use them. And if you don't got them, then the XYZ Monster is complete trash on the field. Which is very complicated.
All right. Let's go to the break. Let's get it set up.
Knock, knock, who's there? Is there anybody else out there?
right. So, the question on everyone's mind is, what are you going to see in theaters?
Nothing.
Are you going to see Barbie? Are you going to see Barbie or Oppenheimer?
I like the question because I really want to go to the movie theater and see a good movie, but here, man.
You're not going to theater for any of this junk they're making. I can tell you, I went to see Oppenheimer, and I had to pee the whole time, and
That's crazy.
yeah, it was
I
a
would not be willing to do it, man.
yeah,
I wouldn't do it.
it was like 3 hours, dude. Just imagine, it was like a mix between like C-SPAN and Lord of the Rings. C-SPAN and Lord of the Rings. It was like.
V for Vendetta, right off the top of my brain.
Yeah, yeah, it's like V for Vendetta. They created a monster.
Yeah, I saw that in theaters.
V for Vendetta is amazing with Natalie Portman's fake accent, but
Yeah, Joe.
yeah, her accent's like the takeaway.
Well, in the movie, I don't even remember that girl in the movie. That was a good movie. Besides, I don't say despite.
Okay,
But it's a good movie.
yeah, that movie rocks because the comic was so good, and then that was back when they were making the comic movies like straight from the pages. They were doing it. They were doing like what. Like the Watchmen. The Watchmen is like exactly like the comic book until the very end, but
Never seen it. Never seen The Watchmen.
yeah, you never seen The Watchmen? I thought I forced you to watch that.
No, I never watched it.
Oh, it's amazing, dude. It's like one of DC's best movies. But
I loved was Sin City. Also, like it sounds like The Watchmen. Like, do you like?
yeah,
DC?
I think they're related somehow. Like I forget what it is. I guess it was just the same time probably.
You seen that one though?
Sin City is amazing. There's so many different cuts of it though. That's the tricky thing. You gotta know. You gotta know what. Yeah.
Which one do you like more, Watchmen or the Sin City?
Watchmen.
Oh man, like, I'm a little surprised. Like, I really want to see that Watchmen movie.
Yeah, Watchmen's just like superheroes.
Sin City better?
Sin-
It's better?
I don't know. That's a good matchup. A DC guy's gonna say Watchmen. That's why I said it. But Sin City is just, it doesn't have like costumed heroes, so it's like not as good. It's not as
The
entertaining.
thing that I liked about it was like, also to its credit, like, what's it called? The black and white really sold the grittiness. Like, it wasn't a real super. I was so into the Punisher when Sin City came out. Damn, bro, like that movie is so good.
Yeah, Sin City's awesome. I have a weird cut of it that was on sale for like $5. I got a digital Xbox.
They say only flush the ones you want to keep.
Yeah, I kind of want to. I kind of want to get the Xbox Series X because then all my digital movies will work a lot better. The 360 is on the way out, so I need to figure out. I can just watch it on my computer, but it's not the best.
It's a good movie. The Watchmen I never seen, but you know what I seen thanks to you was the Flashpoint Paradox.
Yeah, Flash.
Bro,
I have
that's good at Sin City.
I have the comic too. I have the comic.
I feel like the comic can't even. That's as crazy as it gets. Like the comic can't even be as good as that movie. It cannot. So crazy.
Well, it's a huge thing with Flash. It's like when he time travels, he causes the butterfly effect. So.
I love that you feel like it's standard, but when you see it, like especially for the first time, like you watch Flashpoint Paradox, and you're a fan of Superman, you're a fan of fucking all that DC, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's like that is the multiverse movie that Marvel really wants. They want to see this.
So when are we getting Punisher?
The Punisher is fucking done, bro. Like, you've seen, like, the new, you know, and, like, so I don't know. John Travolta playing the bad guy in Punisher was so perfect.
Yeah, that first Punisher was so good. How he's dragging him with the car and all the explosions are going off.
I think it was a good origin story, which is hard to do for, and like it did a good job where it wasn't like brutally like fucking too brutal like for people to watch, but it was like it was a superhero, and then like I feel like the comedy like relief in that movie was so perfect that like that guy could fucking be in a movie with Spider-Man.
Yeah, but the question I have is Punisher an Avenger?
No, man, like no. No, man.
What are you asking me that for? What are you asking me that? Yeah, but I'm just saying, Daredevil's an Avenger, right?
Yeah, man, and Punisher would probably beat the shit out of Daredevil if he saw him.
Yeah, he would just
Not Avenger, never.
yeah, he just hit him with the shotty right in the chest. He'd be done.
Dude, they don't mix well, but
He-
Avengers has a rich history and everything. I love the comic book Avengers.
So
Punisher never.
So-
it was like is Doctor Doom an Avenger? It doesn't make sense.
so what I'm asking is, where do you think the Marvel universe should go now?
Oh man, I don't know if there's anywhere left to go. I really think that Disney needs to like just stop.
Yeah, they got the car rolling in neutral going down the hill. Now they got to slam on the brakes. They're gonna throw it in drive, throw it in reverse, coming down the hill in neutral, some shit like that.
The most least hated favorite of Disney is Guardians of the Galaxy because they have the least to fuck up. Maybe it's like, yeah, man.
Yeah, that was another one. That was another one that Marvel pulled off, where it was like, nobody likes this comic. Let's make a movie, and then the movie's a huge hit.
The movie, I never heard of the comics before I saw the movie, and the first movie, Guardians of the Galaxy, is very good. Like, what do you want from a fucking movie?
I want it all.
You laugh.
I want it all.
Had the fucking action.
All right. So let's figure out. All right. So moving on from comics.
Wait, I got a question for you, Andrew.
What?
What is the most anticipated movie that you want to see happen? Maybe you haven't even heard that it's going to happen yet. Like, you want to see this movie. You want to see The Flash 2. You want to see Ghostbusters Girls 2. Whatever it is.
There's a few things.
Yeah, and like, in the realm is, like, I would love to see more Constantine with, Keanu Reeves. Like, I want to see more of that. Like, what do you think is the next big fucking sequel, for lack of a better word?
Well, all right. So first off, Flash 2's cool, just because I want to keep seeing the Flash. But
You saw the first one?
Justice League 2, I haven't seen the first one, but I want a second one.
Alright, so pump your brakes, bro. You never saw the first one? Like, you cannot. So, my question. So, what have you. You have to. You just want to see Flash 2 for the sake of Flash 2?
Well, no, I'm just saying that's a good one that you suggested. But
Okay.
Justice League 2 would be a good one because they can't get all the actors back. It's probably not going to happen. Yeah, because Justice League needs to do something with like Brainiac and shit. Like they could go really far into the whole universe. I want to see the superhero I want to see in a show or TV right now is my new favorite guy. He's called Hour Man. Have I told you about him?
I've
Yeah, our man's like, he takes a pill that gives him Superman level powers for 1 hour, and then he goes through like withdrawal and shit.
Yeah, man, I've already talked about that, dude. You want to see a movie with him?
Yeah, I think they gotta start doing the classics, dude. He was Justice Society. He was so classic. He was before Justice League.
So, that's a, yeah, I get that. Like, there's plenty of superheroes that have never gotten one fucking movie.
All right, so to continue, what do you think? Did you see the new Spider-Man, the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, the second one they just made? It's called like Return to the Spider-Verse. Did you see it?
I have not, but I did enjoy the first one.
Yeah, the first one was good. I want to see what they do in the sequel, because he's supposed to be like coming into his own with powers and shit. Like he's the ending of the first one, like, you know, ending of the first one left off with him like being mad strong all of a sudden.
Yeah, that was cool. You know what else? Like, history behind the fucking Spider-Verse movie was like, the people who were contracted to do the solo movie
Yeah.
got fired, and then they did that movie instead, I guess, because, like, literally at the same time.
The Solo movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Solo movie was like a disaster, like getting it together, and it turned out pretty good.
So the two directors, I guess, like, this movie has two directors, were fired from the Solo movie. Then they made that movie, and that movie was, wow. That movie was really good.
Right?
Solo movie, not much.
Yeah, I thought it stayed true to all the characters. That was like the book that I read recently. It was like Han and Lando and Chewie are like searching for a planet in the future, and they gotta like settle down. And they discover like a Jedi that they want to bring to Luke and everything. But we're gonna make a cut to our final break. Let me know if you got any ideas.
Morning, get out of bed. Warning, high alert red. You know what they say about me. When they run out of things to sing. You guys got me thinking right on. I fell asleep with the lights on. Everybody needs a fight song. You guys got me thinking right on. Crying eyes, dry your tears. Not another nameless fear. Living large ain't living scared. Darkness falls a vacant stare. You guys got me thinking right on. I fell asleep with the lights on. Everybody needs a fight song. You guys got me thinking right on.
All right, so finally, we're at the closing minutes. Anything you want to comment on what we talked about? Do you want to bring up a new subject to close out on? Do you want any movies, video games? Okay, how about this? How about this? if you could get a greatest hits album and play it in your car, right? Um, what greatest hits album would you buy right now?
Good question. Maybe Incubus.
Oh, okay. I heard that album was really good.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Tits. Wow.
yeah, I think it was from you that told me that. Yeah. Um,
Guns N' Roses also.
yeah, I have that one though somewhere.
For greatest hits.
Yeah, yeah, that's a great one. The greatest hits I would get, and I'm probably gonna get in like the next week, is Smashing Pumpkins' greatest hits.
That sounds good.
Yeah, you don't realize how many songs they have, you know?
That's like Incubus and Guns.
Yeah.
It's just like they keep going.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right, all right. So let's end with the culminating question. What what Game Boy Advance game are you gonna get this week?
Danny Phantom, of course. Like, obviously, the one. You're
Da-
gonna get that Danny Phantom.
They're all talking about it. They're riding. They might as well. They're all talking about it. Yeah, I would get the Game Boy Advance game I want to get is Super Monkey Ball. It's a nice 3D Game Boy game, Game Boy Advance. But we're gonna close out. We're gonna leave you
Can
with.
we talk about Star Wars for a minute here?
Yeah,
Dude, I feel like we touched on the subject other than like the Han Solo movie. Holy crap! And holy crap, man! Like,
all right.
like, a bunch of other stuff.
All right, we're gonna extend time for talk about Star Wars. We're gonna have to sit down. We're gonna have to figure this out. What is bothering you about Star Wars?
I mean, there's a lot of stuff bothering me about it, but what's your favorite Star Wars like movie? We just start there.
Well, I think I'm gonna say what you're gonna say. Is the best Star Wars ever? Is the original Clone Wars DVDs from Genndy Tartakovsky? The
I've never said it, but yeah, man, like might be.
Yeah, that was the best. That was the best Star Wars ever because it was straight action, all the best Jedi's. It was all there, and it was like Dexter's Lab animation. It looked awesome.
It definitely had the original Star Wars spirit in that, like where it wasn't trying to sell a message, and like it was more about like like individual characters. Maybe is like a way of putting it. Like I loved those fucking animated series, but like I feel like right after that, like it fell off.
Wait.
Star Wars, I'll tell you.
Okay, so what's your favorite Star Wars?
I thought you were gonna say The Empire Strikes Back, of course.
Oh, yeah, that's the best. Yeah, it's the best because she goes, I love you, and he just goes, I know.
So, like, the original Star Wars had, like, such a good, I don't know, like, I don't know how George Lucas did it, man. Like, he, made you care about the fucking shit without fucking, like, getting too involved. Like, the new Star Wars, was a problem because, like, all they fucking seem to do is, like, I don't want to get on a rant here.
No, vent, man, vent.
So the old Star Wars was like really cool, and it never like invoked or like it listed anything from you. It was just like that's the story, and like but the new Star Wars wants you to feel something which is like classic Star Wars because like the Jedi are like the feelings. That's the reason why everyone goes to the dark side. Blah blah blah. And like I don't know. It just seems like complete opposite of like what I used to watch. Like when I watched the newer Star Wars.
You know how I feel about Star Wars now is that it's the same thing over and over. You know, it's like you got like your archetypes that they have chosen. They have like the teacher Jedi, they have the student Jedi, they have the bounty hunter, they have the mercenary. You know, they have the smuggler, they have the princess. They have all these. They have and they got the droids and the droids. So whenever they create a game, whenever they.
You're totally right. I think the droids are like most underrated archetype. Like I don't think people really appreciate the Star Wars interpretation of the droid.
Yeah, so when they make like a new Star Wars, they give you the main character. He's usually a Jedi in training or something, and then it's always like Order 66 or something, and then they give him a droid because he's got to have a droid. That's like, and then you got to give him like some alien babe that's like a smuggler that follows him around and shit, and it's just like. It's just the same thing over and over, man. I'm kind of tired of it.
In Star Wars, a lot is animal. Like, you see aliens who are considered, humanoid, but you don't see a lot of animals.
Well, yeah, they're. I don't know.
And the fucking Womp Rats. So you don't see a lot of things.
Yeah, the alien worlds are also uninhabited when they go.
I think the droids play the role of the animals in the Star Wars universe because it makes sense when you put it on paper. Like the droids are more around. But
yeah, they're around.
But the animals, you don't see them as much.
Yeah, I mean, you got like the banthas, right? That the sand people ride.
Right.
Those are cool. Then they got the Womp Rats. I've never even seen what they look like. And then there's like in the one book I was reading, there's these thing called Sylvestri or some shit. These like monkeys that block force powers, and so you like carry one in your backpack and you can like take out all the Jedi. That's what they do. Yeah, Yasomiri. I think they're called Yasomiri. Yo, but we're gonna cut it short. We got a lot of time in. I think this podcast went off well. This is called Talking to Strangers. Thanks to my friend Frank for joining us. I hope we answered all your questions. We're going to send you out. Any last thing to say, Frank?
It's like, I don't know, like, why is the sky blue? I don't
know. Yeah, you can't figure this shit out. There ain't nothing to it. Wait, that wasn't the one.
Bunch of people sitting waiting, what will he post next? We all got a story, won't you share this with your friends? I think I'm at that reaction, here we go. I think I'm at that reaction, let's go. I think I'm at that reaction. stay true.